Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see Neo4j integration with AgilePoint. Neo4j is a graph database system that stores data in the form of nodes and relationships, making it easy to analyze connections between different data points. It is optimized for handling complex relationships and uses the Cypher query language for efficient data retrieval. Now let us look at how to create the access token for this. I click on Manage, App Builder, Global Access Token. I click Add Token. I search for Neo4j and I say Next. For creation of access token, we need connection URL, database username and password. In order to get that, let's log into Neo4j. This is the Neo4j website. In case you don't have an account, you can get started for free. I already have an account and I have logged in. This is the instance. In case instance is not available, you can create new instance. Once you create a new instance, there will be a notepad with all the details, that is Neo4j URL, username, password, instance ID and instance name. The same thing is required for you to create the access token. Let me provide the token name. Connection URL, it is available here. I just copy this and provide it. I provide the database username and password. I click test connection. Connection is successful. I select the database and click save. This is how you can create the access token for Neo4j. Let's move on to the app builder and see the process. Neo4j application, I click open. I open the process model. As part of Neo4j integration, we have added 5 activities, that is create node, delete node, execute query, query node and update node. Let's quickly check the process. This is create node activity. I click on configure activity. General configuration will have display name and description. I say next. For create node, you need to provide the access token, label and properties, that is name, value and the data type. Here I have provided from the form field. You can even select it from the drop down and provide the name value pairs. And I'll be storing the response ID in the variable. This is about create node. Next activity is update node. I click on configure activity. General configuration will have display name and description. I say next. Update node configuration, we need to provide the access token, label, or you can even select it from the drop down. You need to provide the properties that need to be added or deleted. Here I have provided name, value, data type and the action from the form field, and you can update based on the condition. You can just drag and drop and provide your condition, or you can provide the Cypher formula directly here. This is about update node configuration. Next one is query node. I click on configure activity. General configuration will have display name and description. I say next. Query node configuration, we need to provide the access token, label, query filter. In query filter, I am providing the Cypher formula, and sort and page unit. You can order by, you can get distinct, you can sort by ascending or descending, you can limit the rows, you can skip, you can map the response to app schema or enter the response payload. For this demo purpose, I have provided the response payload and I have done the mapping. Let's quickly see the schema. This is the schema mapping. This is about query node. Next activity is execute query. I click on configure activity. General configuration will have display name and description. I say next. Execute query configuration. You need to provide the access token. You need to provide the cipher query. For this, I am providing it from the form field. In case you provide the cipher query directly, you can click simulate and the response payload will be automatically generated. Since I am passing cipher query from the form field, I have provided the response payload. I'll quickly show you the schema. This is the schema mapping. In case you want to store the response in the variable, you can drag and drop the variable. This is about execute query. Last activity is delete node. I click on configure activity. General configuration will have display name and description. I say next. You need to provide the access token, label, and the cipher formula for which the node needs to be deleted. I have provided the details. This is about delete node. Now let us quickly check the runtime of this. I click on work center. My apps. I search the app. I kick off the instance. I have provided the label name and provided the name value properties, and I am selecting the data types from the drop down. I select it as string. I select the department also as string and select the employee ID as integer. I click submit. Let's go to task. Let's open the process. Create node is successful. Let's go to Neo4j. I open the instance. I click connect. Test node is created successfully. Already there is a data available. Our node is created, that is John, name is John, employee ID is 26 and department is development. So let's go ahead and update the node. I open the form. Let us fetch the detail. I click next. I update the action as upsert and update the name value and update the name from John to John Smith and delete department as part of the update node. So I click submit. Update node is successful. Let's go quickly check the Neo4j. I refresh it. Name is updated to John Smith. Department is deleted. Employee ID is 26. So let's go back to process monitor. Query node. Let me open the form. It has fetched all the details whose employee ID is 26. So which we had provided in the query node. So let's click next. Now let us provide the cipher query to fetch the details. I'll be providing the cipher query to fetch all the records from test node. I click submit. Execute query is done. So let's quickly see here. We have two records. So let's go and see if it has fetched the details. I click and open the form. It has fetched both the node details. I click next, and as part of delete, I'll be providing employee ID 26 to be deleted, and I have provided the condition. I click submit. Delete node is successful. Let's go and check in the database. John Smith is available. Let me refresh it. John Smith is removed from the database. This is all about Neo4j integration. Thanks a lot for your time.